All right, guys, welcome back. I figured I'll start a video with our when our vacuum is about in the military range, and I wanted to kind of show you guys what we've done today. Um, Showing to you guys a altitude simulation system, and this is a complete turnkey altitude simulation system that is used in research and development and or aerospace altitude simulation system. Now, how low can this thing go, or how high can it go? How low of absolute pressure can it go, and how high can it, in terms of altitude equivalent, go? So this system is rated to 250,000 feet of altitude. So that's what it is. And if you pump it down long enough, we've had this guy pumping down, I want to say maybe at least 5 minutes, and it got to about 160 millitorr. But if you pump it down longer, it will get you there fairly quickly. It can get there, and 250,000 feet is equivalent, I want to say 20 millitorr or 10 millitorr. I don't have the table on top of my head. You guys can actually check out the table. It is the most comprehensive altitude versus pressure versus vacuum table that's out there on the internet, and I'm going to provide a link below. So let's go over the system and what this altitude simulation system entails, and what's included. So this is a complete system. It comes with a vacuum chamber, acrylic vacuum chamber, as you guys can see, crystal clear acrylic vacuum chamber. It comes with a manual venting valve, and I've shown you guys this as we were venting the system. The system is on a muffler, and if you remove this muffler, it can actually vent quite fast, in, like, we're talking seconds. And then we have, so that's a solenoid venting valve. This is a manual valve that opens and closes. It's just good practice, in the unlikely event, a highly unlikely event, that the solenoid valves get stuck, and both of them get stuck. You won't be able to actually open this door, right? Because we make vacuum chambers that are incredible. And so you will not be able to open this door. And so the only way, if those two solenoid vacuum valves get stuck, to open this door to actually vent the chamber, is through this manual vacuum valve, or you would have to remove it from the port and actually, vent it. Then you can vent it. Yeah, because if these two got stuck and we didn't have the venting valve, you'd wait years for this chamber to actually decay and get back to ambient pressures. So yeah, in any case, that's why we have it. And then we have a digital vacuum gauge. This is a Instratech Stinger or Stinger. I still don't know how to pronounce it. It's been decades and I always forget. But yeah, it's a really good gauge. It's a digital vacuum gauge that goes from torr to millitorr, and it's a convection gauge. And that's how we feed whatever vacuum or absolute it's absolute pressure, actually. So 687 torr, since we are a little bit higher, Salt Lake City, Utah, that's why you're going to be, instead of 760, it's going to be 687. And then all of this is actually connected, of course, except the manual vacuum valve, but everything else is connected to this controller. And this controller it measures and monitors the vacuum inside this chamber, and then it opens and closes the valves, whichever one it needs to open and close, to keep the vacuum or the absolute pressure inside this chamber to whatever you guys need to, for whatever you guys have set it into on this vacuum controller. And then here is a vacuum pump, and that's a rotary vane vacuum pump. It's a fully set up, so like I said, complete turnkey system. This is a vacuum chamber and pump and a controller. And you guys can use it not just for altitude simulation. I mean, this can be used for any number of variety of tests or experiments or quality control that entails vacuum or any type of pressure differential. So yeah, this is not just an altitude simulation system, but that's how we design it, and that's what we call this here at Sanatron. And then another cool addition and feature is, you guys have seen this. I mean, in fact, you guys have seen, altitude simulation system before on our channel, on our website. But, it's nice to kind of review and talk about it. This is a blank vacuum port plate. It's 8 by 8 inside dimensions, and outside is like 12 by 12, and that's an inch. And it's on both sides. And so this particular customer, they are going to drill like 2-inch holes or whatnot into these plates and then feed something into this chamber. And these plates allow them to do it. They don't have to drill into the acrylic, because I mean, look at this. This is I mean, thick acrylic, of course, for this size of a chamber. And the internal dimensions, and I forgot to mention this, are 24 by 24 by 24, so 2 feet cubed inside dimensions. And then, of course, we have our specifically designed vacuum hinges that actually make sure that this door is parallel to the flange. And then, of course, this whole system is on a table frame structure, 80/20, you guys have seen it. Lockable swivel casters, so you can move them around, because this thing is heavy. I mean, with the vacuum pump and the chamber and the control, I mean, it's heavy. So this is the best way to go. And then, of course, we have 2 door clamps, and I'll just open the door. We'll just go over it. And then you guys can see here the O-ring groove, and notice that it is actually reseated and sitting in there. And it is a dovetail O-ring groove. So the only way to remove it is if you go into here, which is this notch right here, and then you pop it open. Okay? And this is something that we do, like I mentioned before, that our competitors just don't do, because this is a specially routed, specially designed O-ring groove that keeps the O-ring in place. Some of our competitors, you pull on the door and it just pops out the whole O-ring, and it's not a good look, especially if you have dirt on the ground, pops it off, and then your O-ring is now dirty. So yeah, that's the chamber, crystal clear. And let's see, is there anything else I need to talk about? No? Okay, all right. I totally agree. All right, well, that is it. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for visiting us on our channel. If you guys are looking for a altitude simulation system, a vacuum chamber, acrylic vacuum chamber, vacuum pumps, vacuum controllers, anything, we can do it. See you guys on our website. Send out a request for quote, or shoot us an email. We're always happy to hear from you guys. And thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and whatever that third button is, the one with the bell, make sure you push all 3 of them, of all 4. God knows where you guys are going to be watching this. But yeah, anyways, thank you so much. You guys have a good day. Bye-bye.